Hello friends, welcome back to a little coffee club. Well, I'm trying a new angle here, see if see how this works. And today is a pretty exciting day. You guys know that I've been working on this YouTube thing for quite a while. Yet I feel like like a wannabe YouTuber. I'm just like some dude that does YouTube whenever I have time, makes a video, that kind of thing. But I have been consistent. Maybe by now I should at least consider myself like a true YouTuber. But today maybe is the day when things start to turn for me. Maybe today is the day when maybe I'm gonna start really feeling like a real YouTuber. Not because of this crazy angle that I'm trying. The reason for this angle is because I'm really close up to the camera, and I can have the mess on the counter but yet sit at the counter. So I don't know. We'll try it, see what it looks like a little bit later. But anyway, the reason why I'm saying that perhaps maybe now I can start feeling like a real YouTuber is because I got my first discount code that I can share with you guys for our little coffee family here. Unbelievable. I thought that day would never come, but I've been working at this thing with Ogni, making content. By the time you see this video, you should have seen a couple of other things that I did for Ogni. And Simon said that he would give us, our little family, a little discount code. So now when you go to Ogni, and I'll give you the website here, I'll put the website in his social media so you can follow on Instagram. But yeah, the discount code is Omnio15, as you could see. And now you can use Omnio15 at checkout for 15% off on Ogni coffee. Well, I think I'm becoming an actual YouTuber. Now maybe I feel now like I finally made it. Anyway, let's get right into the brewing. I'm gonna revisit the espresso roast from Ogni. Simon reached out, said he had tweaked the formula, but that was before I gave him the input as to don't touch anything, because the coffee was perfect. If you saw last Sunday's video, when I was getting into it, it was my first taste of it, and I recorded my honest opinion as to the coffee, and I thought, man, what if I don't like it? But I explained, right? If anybody sends me anything for free and I try it or whatever and I don't like it, I will reach out in private. I'll reach out in private and give them my feedback, and as to like why I didn't like it or whatever, but I won't make like a negative review video for something that they send me for free. I don't think that's fair. So, but man, I was really taken by how good the coffee was. It really was. I think the word I used was remarkable, and I stand behind that. Oh, by the way, I tried it, and here's the coffee. I'm talking about this one here. The one from Costa Rica is espresso profile. Espresso, but keep in mind it will be like new school type espresso with acidity and all that. It's not like that classic Italian roast profile, so don't go looking for that. This is not gonna give it to you. So it's definitely not for my mocha pot. So maybe Simon will work on something for the mocha pot, like darker that for my mocha pot. So we'll see the mocha pot, O'Neill's mocha pot special comes out. Okay, I just wanted to start with this and give you guys the discount code. I think that's awesome, man. I'm starting to feel like a real YouTuber. So we're gonna revisit that, make espresso again, and see if I can replicate the goodness that I got from the first shot. I'm also gonna do one of Ken's coffees. We'll do filter coffee as well. I think the camera is kind of cutting off the top of my head sometimes, but who cares? Anyway, this is, well, I'll show you guys in a minute, but we're gonna see if it focuses on that. Maybe it focused, maybe it didn't, but you'll see it in a second. Let's take it over to the other counter. We're gonna start with filter coffee, and then we'll pull some espresso. Maybe for milk, I just don't think it's gonna be my cup of tea, but maybe, who knows, maybe we'll do a cortado. It depends. If I nail the shot again and it's as good as it was last time, I think I'll just have the straight espresso. But if it's not as good, maybe I'll risk it and mix it with milk. We'll see what we do. But all right, let's get over to the other counter and let's make some pour over. Hello friends, and welcome back to our little coffee club. I figured today you deserve two of those. Okay, so let's get into the brew session. Hopefully I like that angle so I can keep using that. We'll see. Okay, this is the coffee we're gonna have. I just grabbed it out of Ken's samples. I still have a couple of more that I need to try. So you see what it's all about there. Solberg and Hansen, Nicaragua. Maracaturra, natural. Un regalo de Dios, a gift from God. Cup of excellence. Okay, that's what we have. That's what we have going. Hopefully I was able to say those words properly. All right, so water temperature, let's work on that. Will be either 93, 94, somewhere in there. Today, I'll try grinding on the Pietro once again. And I'll show you like a little hybrid method brewing that I've been doing to kind of more accurately judge timing. Of course, I haven't dialed this coffee in. I have no idea how my grind size is going to work, but we'll see. I'm the Pietro. I have it set at on the 6. You would think that's 60 clicks, but I've explained before. No, it's not sure how many clicks, but it's not 60. Okay, let me get the scissors. Yeah, you would think it'd be 10 clicks, 10 clicks, 20 clicks, but no, it's I think it's half of that. So 6, it would be what, like 30 clicks or something. That's a bizarre way of doing it, but what are you gonna do? Okay, I want to cut a straight edge because I might want to reseal some of these bags. And as I have found out and showed here on the channel already, you can just put this little bag back in your machine and makes a seal and a vacuum again, and you can freeze it or just at least vacuum seal it back once again once you're done with your dose. Okay, so we're gonna dose out 12 grams because I'm also making espresso. So ever since I started doing either 2 coffees or 2 brews or espresso and filtered, I went down to 12 grams. I used to always do 20, but I don't want to OD on coffee. So, okay, we always check retention here on this channel, so we will be doing that. And we have to start by dosing out our 12 grams. Okay, let's see. 12 grams, there we go. Okay, I'll put this off to the side and then I'll see if I'm gonna put it in my utmost canister or reseal it a little bit later once I'm done with the brew session. So yeah, very exciting to be working on this little project with Ogni. Hopefully you guys make use of that discount code and order some of his coffee and try it out. I mean, so far with the Costa Rica, the espresso profile, this Caturra is unbelievable. It really was a great shot of espresso. Maybe today it won't, the stars won't align once again. Sometimes that happens, with the coffee that I received, or not I received, the coffee that I bought when I was in Louisville, Kentucky, right? Hinterhoff. When I went to Hinterhoff and I picked up that bag of Kenyan coffee that, Kenya was the origin of the year. For me last year, it was just the Kenyan coffees were spectacular. But really the first 2, I started with the one from Hinterhoff, which was unbelievable. And then I followed up with the one from Fried Hats that I brought back from Amsterdam, which was also unbelievable. And, it just, for me, then I just called it. I think maybe I called it too early because I tried so much great coffee, but those 2 Kenyans were held like some of the best stuff I had all year. And the very first shot that I pulled from the coffee from Hinterhoff, it was the best one I tried without knowing the grind size or anything. It's just pulled perfectly, and it was one of the most delicious shots of espresso I had all year last year, and it was my very first one of the year. I pulled that shot in January as soon as I got back from Kentucky. It was early January when I recorded the video. I think the video posted like in March or something, but I pulled that shot right in the beginning of the year, and it was one of the best ones all year. So before this thing times out on me. Wow, and this video I have a feeling it's gonna be long. I'm doing both filter an espresso. I'm already 5 minutes in. I haven't even started grinding the coffee. All right, we'll see. We'll see how we do. Let's get to work here. I'm gonna show you that hybrid method that I've been using with the mellow drip. Okay, let's grind this. This is gonna take me a little bit, so I will edit this part so you guys don't have to watch me grind here for like a minute long. My goodness, okay, this is very dense. I am struggling with this thing. Maybe, let's try like this. By the way, you know what? I have the stand. I brought it out. Let me show you. Here's the Pietro stand. It came with the Pietro, but I wonder if I should try using it. The problem is that it's not like you can pull it back out of here. It's like really tight. I don't want it to get stuck in here and have to fight with the thing, and that's gonna be so annoying. That's why I haven't used it, because once you stick this thing in there, it's like such a tight fit that, but maybe you never want to bring it back out. I don't know. I'll worry about this thing another time. Today's not the day for that. I thought about using it, but I'm still reluctant. Okay, that was not that bad. I think I just had to build up a little speed. But yeah, these beans are dense. When I first got going, it was it was pretty bad. Okay, so let's check, see if we have our 12 grams. I like tapping it a couple times like this. Okay, there you see it. 12 grams in, 12 grams out. So we have our 12 grams. I'm getting a lot of fragrance from the coffee. You know, sometimes, well, you guys have seen, if you've been watching all the videos, sometimes you get a lot, sometimes you get almost nothing. This one has a lot of fragrance. Oh man, it smells really good. Okay, okay, we're off to a great start. So, all right, I'm gonna brew right into the cup. So, I'm gonna use the April. And again, these filters are very slow. And this setup has stalled on me several times. But ever since discovering the very low agitation techniques that I've been showing here on the channel, it has completely made that go away. Okay, so the mellow drip makes a huge difference. And I'm gonna show you this little hybrid method. I start with the mellow drip, and then depending on how things are going, I might use it less or not use it anymore after my first pour. You know, it depends. So, but you can better judge, let's say that you can better judge how things are gonna go by starting with the mellow drip. And that way, in case it your bloom takes kind of long and your first pour takes kind of long, in that case, just continue with the mellow drip, or it's just gonna slow down even more. So, but if you see you're going kind of fast, then maybe your last pour, don't use the mellow drip and just do a regular pour, and it's gonna speed up for you. I'm sorry, it's gonna slow down for you. All right, I had to get my little rags out. Okay, so we warm things up here and do the rinse. Okay, so man, thanks to Kent, I've been able to try all these wonderful coffees that I would have never, I mean, maybe I would have tried maybe some, but wow. Thank you once again to Kent. But another cup of excellence coffee, can't wait to try it. So can't wait to try it. Okay, so we know we have our 12 grams. Let's just put it back in here, and then we'll tear the scale. Okay, let's flatten this out. And then I'm gonna have to start a new clip because I wanna do the overhead shot so you guys could see everything that's going on. Okay, so yeah, let's see, let's tear the scale. Let's leave everything ready. Okay, give me a second. All right, friends, here we go. I think I got everything going. Let me double check both cameras. Sometimes I forget to hit record. No, it looks like we're okay. You guys know how I don't love this setup, but man, it's the easiest way to get this, and it works. It works. You can see everything well, and it's the reason why I've continued with this, but it kills my ambiance, man. I don't like it, but we're gonna proceed. So let's get on with it. Let's start the time. Okay, so we're gonna do a 40-gram bloom, following some of Kent's suggestions. I ground the coffee a bit finer than I would normally with the Pietro. Okay, so we're doing 40-gram bloom. It's gonna be 37.3. Okay, I think I might keep the kettle off the heat. It's at 94. I started, water temperature is 94. So there you see 30 seconds. That's kind of normal. I'm gonna go with the next pour also with the mellow drip because it's going kind of slow. Okay, so now we're gonna go to 110, which is 70 grams. We're getting there. A little bit more. Okay, we'll leave it there, 110.2. Yeah, it's going kind of slow, so I might use the mellow drip the whole way. You see, if I would have been just pouring, this would have been really slow, a real slow brew. Even now, if I try to do the hybrid method and pour, if this would be like under a minute, then I would probably do without the mellow drip. But for now, and look at how nice and flat it is. This is perfect. This is perfect. Okay, now we're gonna do another 70 grams and finish at 180 for a 1 to 15. One to 15 is the ratio of water to grounds. Okay, and you can also control how much water you're gonna pour really well when you're using the mellow drip. That's another thing. Okay, and there you see it. Yeah, definitely. If I would have not had used the mellow drip, it could have even been a stalled brew. So there you see it. I mean, since you don't even know the grind size, now I can dial in from here, and perhaps if I don't want to use the mellow drip, I grind a lot coarser, but this gives you a good starting point. And I've been doing this kind of method now since I've had the mellow drip almost always, because it's just so much better to control it. I wanted to get somewhere around maybe 2:45 to 3 minutes, something like that for this first brew. And I think I'm gonna hit that. We'll see. I could have maybe perhaps done the tiniest of agitation to slow it down a little bit perhaps, but who knows? Maybe it's better that I didn't do that. It's not totally flat, but it's flat enough, and I'm gonna call it right here. So 2 minutes and 57 seconds, so just under 3 minutes. I think this is perfect, actually. I don't think it required any kind of agitation. So it should be a nice, clean extraction. All right, give me a second. I'm going to set back up and then talk to you guys about this, and let's review this coffee. All right, so we're once again sitting at the counter for these little chats. Let's see, I might not end up liking this angle and never do it again, but for now, we'll see. It's convenient, but I have to use this like crazy wide angle, and the camera's kind of close to me, and now it's like facing more, I don't know, we'll see. Experiment once again. All right, cheers, let's try this. Again, the florals with this coffee are similar to what the one from Panther Coffee. Just a lot of smell associated with the coffee. The fragrance, I mean, my mouth is watering as I'm trying to talk. The floral aspect of that coffee, that one was an Ethiopian, right? The one from Panther. This is giving me the same kind of vibes. A lot of florals, just it smells great. All right, let's taste it. Man, my face just smiled. Like, wow. Okay, this is really good. I love this one. Man, this is one that perhaps I will try the third wave water because it's so sweet right now that if anything, I would like to see how it is if I elevate acidity just a little bit. And you know what? The Pietro usually highlights a little bit acidity on me and it gives me a little bit more depth of flavor. That's what I've said about the Pietro. You know, it's a small difference, but it is I don't know, to some people maybe it's a big difference. To me, it's very small and really not a reason to go buy a grinder. But there is a small difference. Man, there's a lot there. Really tasty, very sweet. Wow, it's delicious. Okay, what about tasty notes? Definitely berries. I'm not gonna say anything that would point to like citrus notes. I think it's berries. It's very fruity, a lot of floral quality to it. Wow, this is a good one. This is delicious. So far from the ones Ken sent me this time, I've really liked the co-ferment, the one with the rosemary co-ferment. Very unique. Kind of like gave me the vibe like the Coco Bongo, which is also, that one's from DAC and it was also a co-ferment. It was my favorite coffee the year before last. Or was it last year? Was it last year? I don't. I've been recording coffee videos now for a while. So, man, I don't know. This is really, really good. I might have to pair this one against that rosemary co-ferment, which by the way is frozen. I have some of it frozen just in case so we can do some kind of, definitely revisit that one. Wow, this is delicious. Okay, let me read the little bag again, see if what's there. Man, it's just making my mouth water. It's like so juicy, even just from the smell. It's just something that you go to a restaurant and you smell like the food and like you're already ready to eat. You know, this coffee, you start just smelling it and you're like ready for this coffee. You're like, wow, this smells like awesome. I can't wait to try it. And it does not disappoint. Once you try it, you won't be disappointed. I don't know how happy I'm gonna be with this angle, being that I'm kind of like more like a profile view. You know, I'm like facing off to the side. It's not uncomfortable by any means, but it allows me to have the counter with full of stuff, so that way I can just move faster, man. I don't have, you know, it takes so much longer if I have to keep the counter with nothing on it. To grab the clip I always used to do before, it's just too complicated. I don't. All right, let's read the little bag. All right, does this, oh, Nicaragua. So it does have the, you know, where there's coffee and Solberg and Hansen. I imagine that's probably the producer, or maybe that was the roaster. Maybe that's the roaster. Yeah, Macaturra Natural. So it's a natural. Doesn't surprise me. I always end up liking like naturals or some kind of fermentation process. This is great, man. This level of sweetness is remarkable. Cup of excellence. I see why. Un regalo de Dios. Maybe so. I'm agreeing with all of this stuff. So, but Nicaragua. So, wow, man, I would have said that this is similar to the Ethiopian I had from Panther. A lot of like herbal quality, floral. This just smells great. It's very sweet. The one from Panther was weird in the sense that if you would brew it faster, the tasty notes would shift to more like citrus-like. If you got a longer extraction, you extract more, it became like berry-like and quite a bit more tart. So it would change quite a bit, although, you know, I don't know. I don't even know if you would know you're drinking the same coffee, but because it was quite different one way or the other, you know. But either way, the floral quality or floral aspect of the coffee remained the same, and it was equally wonderful. Whether you brewed it and went for the citrus notes or you went more for the berry tartness, either way, it was just wonderful. I wonder how this one would be like with more acidity, like extracted faster. Maybe I'll go faster, and yeah, maybe next time I'll go fast. I'll try filter coffee again and report back. I'll brew it faster, and use the third wave water, try to highlight acidity and see what happens. But this is, I mean, there's no need to change anything here because this is just crazy good. All right, I'm gonna finish that in a second, and then I'll meet you guys at the other counter to pull some espresso. All right, so I'm finishing off that wonderful coffee. You know, as far as the sweetness, I would go with like cane sugar. It's just like straight up sweetness. I'm not getting like a lot of molasses type of flavor, like caramel kind of flavor or honey. It's just like straight cane sugar. It's sweet. Berries. What kind of berries? I never know. Just they're not extremely tart berries. Wow, there is some herbal quality to it, and again, just a lot of great aroma. Fragrance was great. Coffee smells wonderful. Fruity. This is one that maybe I would even say tropical fruit, because of the level of sweetness and just wow. All right, this was a great cup of coffee. We got off to a great start, and now if the espresso pulls anything like the last one, man, this could be quite the video. Okay, so let's dose out 18 grams. You know, I'm super excited. Okay, so the grind size last time was 12.5. There's no reason to tweak anything. It was spectacular, so I'll leave it at 12.5. I am shooting for kind of like a Slayer shot, maybe 20-second pre-infusion, followed by like another, hopefully 35, 40 seconds. So overall, the shot will be maybe 50 seconds to maybe even as long as like a minute. That's what we're going for. This coffee does have quite a good level of acidity. I'll show you the roast level in a second. And you know, if I could have reached out to Simon on time, I would have told him, don't tweak anything. This thing is perfect. He sent me he sent me another bag of the tweaked one. So once I try it, we'll compare and I'll let you know. But there's no reason to tweak this. This is spectacular. All right, 18 grams. Oh, hold on. There's a little bit of grounds in there. Also, I started to say that I'm pretty excited because by the time that you guys see this video, I probably already did my live stream with Hoon. I'm gonna be live with Hoon again to talk to him about hopefully that's gonna happen, because if not, you're seeing this and the Hoon thing never happened. But I think I'm gonna be going live with Hoon. Like I said, as of me recording this, it hasn't happened, but by the time this happens, probably it did happen. I hope that makes sense. And yeah, talk to Hoon about, you know, Simon's project, his passion project with Ogni coffee roasters. Tell him a little bit about the story of the company and what it is that he's trying to accomplish and do. And this time on the live, I do plan on brewing coffee with Hoon, and the plan is to get him some of the coffee so we could both brew the same coffee. I know that we both have the Pietro Pro. We both have how do you call it, the Origami Brewer. So we should be able to match up things fairly well, where I'm even thinking of sending him some third wave, just a couple packets of that light roast profile, so we could even use the same water. So I think that would be interesting. And yeah, and just have a chat about Ogni and whatever else Hoon wants to talk about, which as of now, I don't know. Man, this is wonderful. Wow. Okay, so we have 18.1. Let's grind it. I'll show you the roast level. Now, I will tell you this. It looks like a true medium when you look at it, like a true medium, but it tastes like a medium light. and it has high acidity. So I already told you guys, this is not gonna give you anything like that classic Italian kind of roast profile. This is all new school. And I see I've been at it for so long, my Bianca timed out. So, okay, let me show you. You remove the focus lock. And hopefully this is gonna focus. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the grain size, we're gonna keep it the same like last time, 12.5. And here you see the roast level. So it looks like a true medium, but it tastes like a medium light. And you know, I got these flowers. I think these flowers are only gonna make it just in one video. And that's super rare. I always usually have the same flowers for like 3 videos, 2-3 videos, maybe even 4 videos, depending how much I'm recording. But lately, I've been working on almost nothing but the vlog channel because I wanted to finish my first 25 vlogs. And I did. And I'm gonna make 25 in a row without skipping. And then I'm gonna take a break and concentrate back on the coffee and record a lot more coffee videos. Because Friday stuff, I have almost nothing. And Sunday stuff even is kind of falling behind. So I have to do some catching up. And this is not the way to do it, because this video is like way too intricate and way too much talking. So, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll see. Here we go. Let's pan around the little setup. That's what we're looking like. I always like to start it one more time, tap the spout. And let's see if we have we had 18.1, right? So let's see. 18, well, 0.1, we lost a 0.1. We're gonna roll with this. Let's try to keep the same clip going. Refocus. The scale off to the side. Fluff up the grounds. Lately, I've been trying to make like shorter videos. This one's gonna be one of the longer ones. Sorry about that, guys. I mean, some people appreciate like the longer videos, but I think 30 minutes is like a good, a good sweet spot. This is gonna end up being probably like an hour. This is still warm. The level of sweetness, it has even elevated from the first moment. Now it's even sweeter. Again, I'm just gonna say like straight up cane sugar. I wouldn't say there's no kind of like molasses, like caramel. At least I'm not tasting that. To me, it's just sweetness, like straight clean sugar with a lot of fruitiness. Maybe tropical fruit. Again, berries. So some kind of sweeter berries. Not like strawberries. I would recognize that. I'm not sure, but I definitely like a sweeter berry, not too much tartness. It does have acidity, but definitely the sweetness, it's the most noticeable thing. Would I say it's perfectly balanced? No. I think to perfectly balance this, I'm gonna try brewing again just go a little bit faster and use the third wave. I think it'll elevate the acidity a bit more and then finish getting it 100% balanced. I'll report back. But it's hard to beat this. I would be, if I went anywhere and they served me this cup of coffee, I'd be blown away. And I am. This is just super good. The thing is that it tastes like specialty coffee, like nice, clean specialty coffee. I know that this one had some kind of a natural. This one is a natural, I know, but it's very clean. But so what I'm getting at is that the level of uniqueness is not so unique. It's just a wonderful coffee. The rosemary co-ferment would beat this in the sense that it's just gonna be more unique. But again, it's a co-ferment, so of course it's gonna skew things, right? So that's that. All right, sad to see you go, buddy. Man, what level of sweetness with that? Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. All right, let's do some pug prep. This is dry, I haven't used it. I already fluffed it up. Okay. Let's get you in a little bit closer for the WDT. Okay, let's go with this angle. Dosing funnel. I'm still a firm believer in WDT. You know, next year, the coffee show is going to be in New Orleans. So who knows? I might go to that one. We'll see what things bring this year. What kind of we'll see what happens. But I'll try to make it. This year was in San Diego. I wanted to go, but man, that's far. It's far. And my wife, you know, she plans out the vacations and she's looking forward. We've been to San Diego more than once. So, you know, she likes going to new places, and, you know, the amount of vacation time is limited. You can't just, and money, right? So, yeah. But we'll see. I had my buddy Tate from Coffee Showcase. If you guys haven't seen Coffee Showcase, check him out. Coffee Showcase, Tate, he reached out that, you know, he was hoping to see me there, but yeah, I know I would have loved to have seen you there as well, buddy, but, you know, couldn't do it this year. Okay, so let's tamp. Okay, get a little polish. All right. Okay, let's drop the puck screen. Let's run the machine. Put the paddle at 5 o'clock, lock it in. Let me set up all the angles and we'll pull a shot. All right, I should have all the cameras running. The Bianca is set at 95, which is usually where I brew lighter coffees. You know, maybe I should have dropped the temperature a little bit. I don't remember last time. I don't think I touched it. I think it was 95, but I don't recall. I could have had a different temperature that could affect things. However, this coffee does have high acidity. I do want a high extraction to kind of get it sweeter, and we'll see. We'll see if it works. See if the stars align once again. I got so many things in the way here. I hope I lined that up correctly. Oh, I see I don't have the automatic espresso function. Oh boy, I'm starting off on the wrong foot here. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think it's too far back. I'm gonna have to move it forward a little bit. Yeah, I got like 4 angles going, so let's, we'll see. I'll do the best I can here. All right, so let's start the shot. Again, I'm looking for somewhere around 50 seconds, hopefully. 20 seconds of it will be pre-infusion. Pressure will come in right around 9 seconds. There we go. And then I start closing the paddle to kind of level it off at around 2 bar, 2.5 bar. Okay, we got first drip kind of fast today. This is not ideal. I think it's gonna brew faster than last time. Okay, now we're just gonna go for it. Got it to just past 8 bar. Again, my pump pressure should be right at 9 bar. I had some splashing going on here. Hopefully no channeling. This is definitely not the same like last time. Okay, I usually go for 45 grams out, and I almost nailed that. 44.9. 28 seconds from first drip, 42 seconds overall. That's not ideal. I would have liked to have brewed this for at least 10 more seconds, but we'll see. Maybe it's close enough, but let's see. Let's taste it. All right, let me get my Akaya. Yeah, there was some splashing. It doesn't look like channeling. I don't see like the little squirts that you see when it's channeling. Okay, let's give it a quick stir. Wow, this did not, I don't think it pulled like last time. So I don't anticipate it tasting like last time. And last time it was darn near perfect. So we'll see. All right, here we go. Cheers. Yeah, the tartness is a bit too much this time. Maybe today we should go with an Americano. Definitely for milk. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this with milk. I don't think it would be my thing. Wow, still tasty. Yeah, it's good. The second sip was better. Do I want to dilute it? I think today I'll try an Americano. You try one more time. It is, it's just a bit intense up front. Okay, so maybe that extra 10 seconds would have made a good difference for me. So yeah, it is, as it's cooling, it's definitely dulling that sharpness up front. Okay, it's getting a little bit easier to drink, not quite as intense. I mean, the intensity is nice, but acidity is a bit high. So let's try an Americano. Let's see, my kettle is still hot, so that's a good thing. So let's do that. Let's try an Americano today. Let's do this. And let's add water. Usually we go all the way to the top, but I'm gonna try it right here, just a little bit less than normal, because I can't take any away, but I could always finish it and add more. So let's try it right here. So today we're trying it as an Americano. Acidity would have been too intense for me to mix with milk. Some people might like that. You guys know how I like a darker roast for milk drinks. All right, let me see. As an Americano, wow, let me see, let me try again. Yeah, it definitely doesn't need any more water. It's right there because now it's perfectly balanced. As an Americano today, it worked out better than just a straight shot, although the straight shot was still absolutely drinkable, but definitely not like I nailed it the last time. The last time was darn perfect. It was super good. Today is good, but not as good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna enjoy that, but I'm gonna let you guys go right here. Usually I set it back up or something and talk to you guys a little bit longer, but this video's gone on for way too long. So I'm gonna let you guys go right here and finish enjoying the rest of that. Please guys, check out Ogni Roasters on Instagram. Check out the website, at least visit the website. Take a look at what they have. He's bringing in some, well, by the time you see this video, that coffee should be available on the website. I think that he's bringing in some competition level geishas, some really high-end stuff. So if you remember to use the code, Omnio 15 at checkout. I'm becoming a true YouTuber now. All right, anyways, thank you for watching. This video went on for long enough, so I'll let you guys go right here. This will be a Sunday video, so please remember to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on Friday I should have a video for Friday. If not, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.